Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto4growmybag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. So, there's been a lot going on. NVIDIA did not receive a subpoena. They even asked the regulators, hey, did we miss something? Are we expecting something? Yeah, nah. So that's been dispelled. That's a good thing. Still, their stock is hurting. And the reason why I bring it up is because, well, you have Fetch, you have not Fetch, but you have ASI, right? The Artificial Superintelligence Association or Superintelligence something or other, ASI, I forget what it stands for. I think it's association, something like that. That's a problem, right? Because where NVIDIA goes, those stocks as well as cryptos mostly follow. So they've been taking it on the chin. Now, I had a long conversation last night about artificial intelligence, but for me, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, if you're involved in artificial intelligence, really involved in artificial intelligence, that is indeed the future. There are certain things that are coming out that are the future, and some of them are, here now, but in very small form, right? So when you look at artificial intelligence, yeah, it's here, but it's going to improve things. It's not going to really create anything. It's going to improve things. It's got a long way to go before artificial intelligence actually does things on its own. It can analyze what you tell it to analyze. It can create what you tell it to create. It can do things like that. Kind of enhance everything that you're doing. That's cool. That's still cool. But it's not all the way here yet. But that means that it is coming. So NVIDIA being down, that's, to me, it's still an opportunity. Now, other news. Telegram has a game. There's a TONcoin game on Telegram, and they were thinking about using, Ethereum, and all the players were like, nah, we're gonna use Ton. That's what we're gonna use. You're gonna use that because that makes sense. No. Now, there are good ties between, the open network coin and, Telegram. That's great. But I think what people are missing is the fact that, it's not necessarily a great thing to be tied at the hip. Now, the arrest of Durov should, demonstrate that. Ton needs to have its own life. That join at the hip kind of thing needs to be separated. Yes, there can be a lot of friendship right there, but in terms of his arrest driving the coin down, that should not be an issue. Should not be an issue. Telegram getting investigated by 3 different countries, that should not be an issue for TONcoin, but it is. I think it's temporary, but it is an issue. So what am I thinking about right now? Damn right, I'm thinking about buying more Ton. Why? It's a strong network. That's number 1. It's a growing network. That's number 2. What's number 3? Use. Use is number 3. That is the big deal. So when I look at, TONcoin and all its problems right now, I'm looking at TONcoin and I'm saying it's the perfect price for me to get in. Excuse me, it's kind of settled around that 460 range. I'd say 450 to 460 only because, I could see it coming down a little bit more. But do I see it rocketing back up in the near future? Yeah. When the market picks up, TONcoin is going to absolutely take off. Will it hit its all-time high? I think absolutely. Last night we discovered that at the price point that it was a 0.76 GMBX factor. Yeah, I'll take that. Most people are looking for, I want a 2x, I want a 3x, I'm looking for positive movement in my money. I prioritize based on GMBX factor, of course. But I'm looking for positive movement. I'm not going to thumb my nose at something that's going to give me a 0.78 GMBX factor. Just saying, that's me. Now, Circle's vice president, Yam Chan, is saying, listen, the United States is falling behind with regard to stablecoin regulation. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. We keep talking about, how we're leaders and all this good stuff. And we're not leading in that space. And we need to be. Because if you don't lead, that means you're following. And you could be following off a cliff. So I'd rather us take control over our future. and handle it the way we're supposed to. Take a pragmatic approach, write some real regulation that's gonna help the industries. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for witch hunts. I'm not looking for never-ending prosecution or enforcement. I'm looking for a pragmatic approach to rein in and otherwise maintain a healthy crypto space. Let me know what you think. Drop some comments. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs have experienced crazy outflows over the past 5 days. Of course, BlackRock experiencing the least. BlackRock is doing more than just, talking about believing in crypto. They're walking the walk. BlackRock is not playing, which means you shouldn't be playing. Because last time I checked, BlackRock has hired some of the most educated, capable people in the world. So for me, I'm sitting back and I'm going, they kind of should probably know what they're talking about. And what they're talking about is Bitcoin. What the traditional financial institutions are talking about is crypto in general. And not just from an investment perspective, but from an integration perspective. That is why we should be paying attention. We can whine and cry about the market coming down. Why? The market's not down that far. I want you to, last night, I took you guys on a ride and I took you back a year ago. Where were we a year ago? We were less than half of where we are now. Less than half. I'm just saying, when you have that kind of bottom strength, the top is about to happen. And remember, the top isn't really supposed to happen until next year. So everything that happens this year, I'm just all about DCA, DCA, DCA. Dollar cost averaging. Just buying. There hasn't been that much of a rise and fall in Bitcoin for me to be worried about it. Not enough at all. Somebody was concerned that I said that I would be willing to sell my HODL wallets. Of course. If I thought Bitcoin was going to drop from here to 25 or to the teens, I'm out. All of it. Poof. Doesn't mean I'm out the market, though. Let's not get it stupid. Why would I be out? I'd be out to buy back in. That's what I'd be out. That's what I would be looking to do. So all kinds of triggers for a step down. At 56, 57, I'm not going to worry about that. But if I thought we were going to, wind up in the 40s and maintain ourselves in the 40s for a while, yeah, I'm going to try to, if I see that kind of news coming out, those kinds of events happening, people are already talking about, it's going to be a hard landing for the recession. We're not in a recession yet. Why do you keep using the R word? We're not there. They were using the R word a year ago and we weren't there. Just saying. We should be paying attention to things like that. People are trying to steer us in specific ways. Let's not worry about that. What else is up? So Ripple Labs is going to delay paying the SEC the $125 million. What they are going to do is stake that $125 million into a trust, and it has been agreed upon with the SEC. So they went back to the judge. Judge Torres says, yep, okay, that's fine. Why is that? Because there's going to be an appeal. There's going to be an appeal. Now, they could lose, but they really could win. You went from $2 billion to less than a tenth of that number. I mean, less than a tenth. So 125. So what is that? 7.5% of the original ask. I'm just saying, there's, or 5.625 or something like that. Forget, I'm not really fast with math like that. I have friends that are. But think about it. You're from 2 billion to 125. That says you didn't have a strong case. That means the case that you had, or it tells me the case that you had has holes, big holes, big holes. But they're expecting that appeal not to come until like 2026. So we'll keep hearing wranglings about it throughout 2025, from now through 2026 when they finally file. Okay, cool. But the worst of it is over. The worst of it is over. So I'm sitting back and I'm just going, yeah, when is everything going to take off? Well, nothing's going to take off until the market itself as a whole starts to see positive news in a greater fashion. That's the deal. So there's a lot going on, a heck of a lot. And we have Robinhood. I'm going to read you my notes. Robinhood's crypto arm settled accusations for $3.9 million regarding preventing customer withdrawal and misleading users, agreeing to improve transparency in trading practices. And that's according to news that's out there. They had to settle with California. They had to settle with California because you can't withdraw what you've bought. So it's right there. Just like PayPal. PayPal, you can't withdraw your crypto. You can buy crypto. You can sell crypto on the platform, not outside. So I don't really own it. Not even close. Skip that. Skip that. You're going to pay. You're going to. So basically, I'm playing with your chips and you're charging me for the use of your chips. Okay. All right. Now, we all know that the Chang hard fork happened, right? So the Chang hard fork happened. New governance abilities were kicked in. And it had a lot of people thinking, oh, if I'm holding Cardano, I have to take part in this new governance world if I want to get my staking. Hoskinson came out and was like, yeah, nah, not really, no. So he added some clarity to everything, and that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. I'm also waiting for him just to take a really big step back. Just back. I have to tell you, I mean, Cardano's approach to everything, awesome. But his public persona just, for me, leaves a lot to be desired. It really does. And I think that he's a reason why, Cardano doesn't do all that well. Because he's out there yapping sometimes, and you kind of stop and you look at him and you kind of go, dude, just stick to what you do best. I want you to do that. Just do that. We'll all be happy. So yeah, there are things that I'm paying attention to, and Charles Hoskinson starting to take a step back would be awesome for Cardano. Absolutely awesome. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. There you go. All right, so let's start with the GMB Crypto Tracker 25 top losers. Updates every 10 minutes. So I don't have to worry about that. It used to be such a pain when I used to have to go. And you remember, we've got videos of me having to say, oh, let me go update the data. Skip that. I can't wait till we launch our online version. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Yes, it's coming. It's coming very soon. It's going to be freaking awesome. So looking at this, who do I see that's down? Aptos is down 5%. Stop there. This whole list goes from 5 to -1. I'm not. There's nothing over here that I'm going to care about. Why? Because it's all moving laterally. So let's go on over to the GMB Crypto Tracker top 25 winners. And look at dogs up 11%. Nice. Still down like a lot, down a third from its all-time high, right? It came out, shot up, came back down. So it's got a 2.53 GMB X factor. And yes, I did buy some the other day. So here's what happened. I had originally earmarked $500 for dogs. And I bought near its high at about $250. And then I got busy doing stuff and I said, you know what? I want to wait anyway. And I waited. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to chill. I'm going to wait right here. Right? I'm just going to wait. And then the other day I just bought in. I think I jumped in. It's at 10 now. Is at 11 when I bought. So not far. I was like, bet. That's what I'm talking about. I wish I'd have bought when it was lower, but still. So if it goes up from here when the market goes up, yeah, that GMB X factor right there of 2.53x. Yeah, I'm probably going to see that. I'm probably gonna see that, and I'll be a happy camper. So will I be buying more dogs? Probably. Probably. I think memes are going to come back very strong during this cycle. Helium, HNT up 11%, GMBX factor of 5.66x. I have to tell you, yes, I actually do believe that helium is going to do it. I really do. Like, no doubt. No doubt. None whatsoever. Who else is on there? Curve Dow down, up 8%, GMBX factor of 52.78. Yeah, nah. Injective up 7%, GMBX factor of about 2.07x. Okay. Yeah, I can see Injective doing that. Sats up 7%, GMBX factor of 2x. Who else? Dog with Hat up 6%, GMBX factor of 2x again. Let's see. I'm not expecting anything from ApeCoin. Let's see. Sui up 5%, and you could stop there. I have a 5% rule, and think about this: if that's at 5%, and the top 25 losers are at 5%, the rest of them they're basically unchanged, just moving laterally. So I'm sitting here and I'm just waiting. I'm like, great, that works. That definitely works for me. Now, we do have data coming out today, ADP unemployment. Wait, yeah, today's Thursday. Is it? Wow. Holy moly, today's already Thursday. But yeah, we have ADP unemployment coming out, initial jobless claims, all that good stuff. So all the jobs numbers, a lot of the jobs numbers are coming out. Tomorrow, you get the U.S. employment and unemployment rate. And I'm sitting back and I'm just going, ooh. Anything bad there is just going to fuel the fire for a 50 basis point move down. That reduction would be huge. And a lot of people are pushing for it. A lot of people are pushing for it. And the odds are definitely going up because of it. The fear and greed index is at 29. All right. Yesterday it was at 27. I think we're going to be in the fear space for a minute. DeFi Llama, $86 billion in total value locked. Yeah, but it's okay. That looks better than where we were in 2021, right? 2022 can't beat that right now, but we're still higher than over here. Look at that. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to stress. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to say, you know what? It's buying season. Let me rack up while I can. Because in a little while, some of these coins are going to be out of people's touch. Like Bitcoin is going to be out of a lot of people's range when it starts going up. In the 50s right now, Bitcoin is tough to touch right now. So just saying. So looking at this, again, you can see Bitcoin is simply, I moved my line. There you go, fixed it. So looking at this, you can see Bitcoin right there. Still within my blue line or just below my blue line. And it took a hard dip the other day. That's fine. And it came back up a little bit, but it's kind of bouncing along that middle line. On the next chart, I will show you guys that it's still traveling right here. Still traveling within that same tight space. Nothing to be worried about. When in doubt, zoom out. Take a step back and look at a wider swath of that chart. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Looking at the big board, yeah, you can see a lot of things in green, in red. But when I look at this board, I'm sitting here salivating over how many things I could be buying. Cardano's down a penny. Woo! That's up from 30 cents, though. It's 30 cents just a couple of days ago. So I'm just saying, there are opportunities, even in these tiny movements, there are opportunities. We should really be paying attention. Looking at it from this perspective, just looking at the numbers going straight across, you're kind of like, yeah, everything's in the red. Nothing's really doing that well. Let's go back up. Look at this. Yeah, that's not pretty. That's not pretty. Still positive year to date. Where are you going to find 4.9% at some bank? Just saying. There are opportunities that are out there. BNB chain is still an opportunity. Solana is still an opportunity. I'm not looking at Doge. I know a lot of people do. TONcoin is still an opportunity, right? But I want to show you something. This is what I wanted to show you. Let's go into Bitcoin. There we go. Here we are looking at the 1 day. Okay. And people are freaking out because, look at where it was. Okay, hold on a second. Don't freak out on me. Let's look at 1 year. This is what I mean by when in doubt, zoom out. When you zoom out, this is what we're looking at. Look at this. We're crying about being at 56 when a year ago we were at 25.7. This is what I mean. We're up. We're doing better than we were a year ago. Far better. We should be looking at things in that larger perspective. Don't be so focused right here. $1,000 that way, $3,000 that way. Don't be stuck right there. Zoom out and realize, holy moly, we're up 2x from where we were. Gained over 100% from where we are. So if you were sitting there at 25, you doubled your money. From right here to get there, it's a GMB X factor of 1+, right? Just saying. There are things we can do. There are things we can be focused on. This is how I look at it. I want to see the charts right here. I want to see what we're doing like that. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Don't forget, we have a class coming up, and you can register for that class. The class is on September 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When you register, we will send you a link for the class, and it's going to be great. The first class was awesome. Second class is going to be better. So don't forget to register for the class. Don't forget to buy the book on Amazon, Crypto Foundations for Building Multi-Generational Wealth. As well, don't forget to become a member because we're about to introduce some serious member benefits. Did you know that we have a big bagger meeting coming up this weekend? Sunday at 4. That's right. The Sunday roundup is being replaced by the big bagger meetup. I think that's going to be a lot more fun. A lot more fun. Serious players, serious investors having serious conversation. Sign up and join. There's a lot there. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.